Hey kids, no need to be afraid of word problems. I'm going to teach you some strategies to help you be a successful problem solver.
Pump up the volume, pump up the classroom. Everybody sucking up skills like a vacuum. Pump up the volume, pump up the classroom. Everybody sucking up skills like a vacuum. Pump up the volume, pump up the classroom.
Logical reasoning.
What is it?
Logical reasoning is a problem-solving strategy that eliminates possibilities until only one remains.
Okay, what isn't it?
It's not random, and it's not about guessing.
Let's look at an example.
I'm thinking of a whole number.
Well, that could be anything like 1, 2, 3, and so on.
It's an even number.
Okay, well now we're narrowing it down. It could be 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on.
It's less than 10.
Well, now we only have 4 options, 2, 4, 6, and 8.
And it's a prime number.
Well, it's got to be 2. Tips and reminders.
Look for clues that will allow you to eliminate possibilities. Continue eliminating until there is only one choice left. Try to keep organized by looking at one clue at a time and use a chart where necessary.
Now you watch as we model one for you.
Make a table and use logical reasoning to find the missing digits of each telephone number. 1, 2, 3, E, F, G, H.
Clue number 1. E, F, G, and H are all different. Clue 2. Only F and H are prime. Clue 3. Only E and F are even. Clue 4. E is a multiple of 3. Clue 5. G is a factor of every number. And clue 6. The sum of E, F, G, and H is 12.
The first thing that we're going to have to do is make our problem-solving quadrant.
Now let's go ahead and go back to reread it again for the question.
Make a table and use logical reasoning to find the missing digits of each telephone number.
Now, in this problem, they didn't give us really a question. We have to look at the directions, and we're going to have to use our own words to turn it into the form of a question.
What are the missing digits of the telephone number?
Now let's go back to the problem again and look for our facts.
In this problem, all of our clues really are the facts, so we're just going to highlight them and we are going to copy them over into our facts section on our quadrant. Now let's talk about our plan. I know this is logical reasoning because I'm given clues and I need to use them to solve for the missing numbers. And I'm going to create a table and use it to help me eliminate the wrong numbers.
Here's the table that we've chosen to use for this problem. You don't need to worry about copying this down, just watch as we model for you how to use it. You notice across the top that we labeled each column E, F, G, and H, and those letters are going to represent the missing numbers in our telephone number. Then down each column we've listed numbers 0 through 9, and that's because we know each number is only going to be one digit and we can eliminate each wrong answer as we read through our clues.
Okay, we're ready to solve this problem. Let's be detectives and take a look at our first clue.
Clue number 1 says E, F, G, and H are all different, and while that's a great clue, there's not really anything that we're able to cross off by reading that, so we're just going to hold on to that clue and remember it for later on in the problem.
Clue 2. Only F and H are prime. Well, I know prime numbers only have 2 factors, itself and 1.
That tells us that we can eliminate all of the numbers under F and H that are not prime. So we're going to go ahead and cross all of those numbers off, and the only ones we should have left underneath F and H are 2, 3, 5, and 7 because those are the only prime numbers. Clue number 3 says that only E and F are even. So let's go back to our table and let's take a look at columns E and F. And if we know that they're even, that means that we can cross off all of the odd numbers in both of those columns. Ooh, take a look under column F. We only have one number left, number 2. I'm going to go ahead and circle that number 2 because we know that that has to be the digit for that place in the phone number.
Oh, and don't forget about clue number 1, because clue number 1 says that E, F, G, and H are different. So we can go ahead and eliminate the 2's in the other columns. Now we're on clue number 4. E is a multiple of 3. And multiples is just like skip counting, like 3, 6, 9. So let's take a look at our chart, and we can eliminate everything that is not a multiple of 3. And the only thing that we have left is a 6.
Now we're back to clue number 1. Remember that it said that none of our digits was the same. So that means that if we have 6 as our answer in column E, we can eliminate the 6's in the other columns. Alright, problem solvers, on to clue number 5, which says that G is a factor of every number. Well, that's easy because there's only one number out there that's a factor of every number, and that's 1. Let's take a look back at our table under column G, and we can eliminate everything except 1. We know that digit G has to be 1.
Wow, we're almost done. Let's take a look at the last clue. Clue 6, the sum of E, F, G, and H is 12. And I know the sum is just when you add everything up. So that means if I add up all the columns, E, F, G, and H, it has to equal 12. So 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus H is 12.
Now let's just simplify that and write it as 9 plus H equals 12. So let's think. That means 9 plus something equals 12. Now I know that if I add 3 to 9, I'm going to get 12, which means that the digit under H is going to be 3.
And we did it. We solved it. So our answer is 1, 2, 3. 6213. And let me just make sure that all of the numbers are different in the last 4. 6213. Yes, they are different. We did it.
Now it's your turn to try one with your problem-solving grid. You can hit pause and replay as needed.
Now it's your turn to find the missing digits of a telephone number. Clue number 1. A, B, C, and D are all different. Clue number 2. D is the only odd number.
You mean like 1, 3, 5, 7?
Clue 3. A is the only prime number.
And don't forget, prime numbers only have 2 factors, itself and 1.
Clue 4. D equals 3 squared.
And when we square something, we multiply the base by itself.
Clue 5. C is less than 8. And clue 6. C minus B equals A.
Pause the video and take a moment to create your problem-solving quadrant. Remember to leave room to create your table on your whiteboard.
Now that you have your problem-solving quadrant, let's go back to our question. Press pause again and start filling out your quadrant. If you find that you need help creating your table, press play for a hint.
Now that our tables look similar, you're ready to start solving the problem.
Remember to go through and use your clues one at a time. This might take you a few minutes, but remember to work carefully. Go ahead and press pause now as you work through the clues and eliminate wrong choices.
If you need a hint, press play and we'll help get you started.
Here's a hint. Clue 2 said that D is an odd number, so the first thing you should do is eliminate all of the even numbers under column D.
Go ahead and hit pause again to give yourself time to finish the problem.
Take a look at our finished problem-solving quadrant and compare it with what you have. You can also take a look at the finished table on the next slide. This strategy of logical reasoning is a tool to add to your tool belt to help you solve math word problems.
Pump up the volume, pump up the classroom.